Hey guys, how's it going? So for this one, I'm going to be starting with a first person project, and I will just be calling these weapon switch. In my case, whatever the number of your exercise is, just make sure that you do that. I'm going to be working with blueprints, a desktop target platform, maximum quality, and I do want to start with starter content this time around. So I'm going to hit create, and once my project is loaded, we are going to continue from there. All right, now that my project is loaded, I'm going to go to my content, and as usual, I'm going to be creating my IGME folder, and inside of that IGME folder, I'm going to be creating a new IGME 317, and inside I'm going to be using my username, and inside I'm going to be adding a new folder, which is going to be, for my case, weapon switch. All right, so inside is going to have a lot of different blueprints that I'm going to be using for this one. So I'm going to do a new blueprint class. It is going to be an actor, and I'm going to call that BP chair. Inside of BP chair, once that loads, I will be creating in my viewport and in a new component, and that's going to be a static mesh. That static mesh over here is going to be a chair. And I'm going to be simulating physics with that chair. Now I'm going to take that chair and I'm going to be just dropping that on the root. And I'm going to compile, save, and that's basically I need for my chair. So I will drag and drop that into my scene. I'm going to hit play. I just want to see that it falls. Perfect. All right. So here my weapon is going to have a couple of bullets already on them. So I'm going to go to content, first person, blueprints, and I'm going to take that bullet, first person component, and also I'm going to take that first person bullet and that weapon component, and I'm going to drag and drop them into weapon switch, and I'm going to make a copy over there. All right. So now that I have the copy, I will also take the blueprint for the pickup rifle, and I will drop that in there as well. The reason is that I want to modify these as much as possible. So I will just go back to my folder, and I have the new ones that I will be modifying. All right, so my BP pickup rifle is going to have some functionality, but the thing that is going to be spawning is going to be that weapon component. Now, it would be important for me to make a distinction which one is which one. So I will just be calling these my BP. I'm going to call that bullet. This pickup rifle, I'm going to call that my pickup. And then it is going to be my weapon component. So I know that for those are the ones that I'm working with. So I'm going to go to my pickup, and over here, the thing that I want to add is not a weapon component. I'm going to say add my weapon component. So I will be taking this information. I'm just going to be replacing that target to target. That way I don't modify the original. So I'm just going to be taking that out of the way, and I'm going to be putting that in its place. That's going to guarantee that if I want to go back to the original, I have a copy to revert to, but there you go. That's the one. So I have my pickup, and I'm going to be dragging that into the world over here, and a regular pickup. So I'm going to put that here, and I think this, and I just delete that. So that weapon is going to be adding this weapon component, which is exactly the same, but this one, well, not going to be modifying it because I don't want this to spawn a BP first person projectile. I'll spawn, so this is going to be an BP bullet, and that is the one that I am generating. So now that I have everything in place, it's time for me to test the code. So that is simulating here. And let's see, I should have this chair, I should be able to shoot, and yeah, everything works perfect. And now I will know that this is good if I can go to my viewport and then select that sphere on the bullet. And here I can change that to some other material. So I'm going to say something like basic floor, for instance. I don't know, this is just really for testing purposes. So let's run that. I should be able to get a bullet, and there you go. So I know that I'm spawning a different type of bullet. Perfect. Now over here, I'm going to make a duplicate of that. Control D, And then this is going to be called BP bullet underscore chair. Now that I have that chair, I'm going to go to the viewport. I'm going to select that sphere. And instead of a sphere, what I want to do is spawn something else. I want it to be like a cube or something. Well, let's see if I have something. Yep, a cube. And I will disable the stepping so I can move it as large as the sphere was, but now it's a cube. And what I'm going to do is change that material for chair. So I have chair as a tiny compressed chair, something like that. Bullet chair. Oh, but now that I have the bullet chair, what I have to do here is the type of bullet that I'm going to be spawning is going to be that BP bullet chair. So I'll change everything right. What I should see is when I do that, I should be shooting that small chair. Perfect. So all of those changes took effect. Now, going back to the bullet chair, I'm going to go to the event graph. And what this is going to do is as soon as this actor is destroyed, I'll call it event destroyed. What it's going to do for me is going to be spawn actor from class. And the class that I want is going to be a BP chair. That chair, the actor transform is going to be get actor transform. And the transformation is going to be coming from this actor. So I have all of that. I will be hitting play. And now let's see, I should be able to just pick up the rifle. Should. And when the thing is destroyed, it is going to be spawning a chair. And it's going to be, of course, destroyed as soon as it hits something that simulate physics or the life of the bullet has expired, right? So there you go. Beautiful. Now that I have all of that, I was just going to make it a little bit more interesting. And when the actor is destroyed, I will be spawn emitter at location. Now the location is going to be where my bullet is being destroyed. So the actual location. And it's going to be the same location, the explosion. So now that I have said that, I need to set up what explosion is going to be, or what the particle is going to be. In my case, it's going to be an explosion. So there you go. I'm going to be shooting a lot of chairs, and then every time the chair explodes, that is going to be giving me a new chair. So let me shoot some of them in the air. I should be able to see a couple of particle systems going on, and then chairs are going to be raining on top of me. So let's explain a little bit about what's going on with the code now that I have everything set up. So with my pickup, what I'm going to be doing is I will be spawning a weapon component, so it's a character component or something attached to my character. And in this case, it's going to first and foremost check if the character is, or what I am getting attached to is a VP first person character. If so, what it's going to do is create a ignition input action. And then it's going to attach that context to it. And then it's just going to play that animation of me just like picking up the thing. And then here, the new action that I'm attaching is going to be the input action shot. So this is basically going to calculate where am I looking at through the camera, and then making the transformation so I can spawn a new chair, which is going to be going in the direction of what I'm looking at. So that is playing the sound application, and then I'm going to be playing the montage of the arm just going like for my bullet, I did change the color, but code-wise, I didn't change anything. I do create a duplicate for that. And then my chair, of course, is going to have exactly the same functionality, except that it's going to be emitting, creating an emitter application. And then this is going to be, once it's destroyed, generate a new chair, and that is that. Now, I do have the ability to go back and forth between what bullets I'm going to be showing, but that is going to be coming on the next video. So I'll see you then.